Earlier stage hiring, it's a chaos. It can kill your company or it can make you thrive. Look, day one, earlier stage, bootstrapping, obviously you don't have the budget to attract A players. You can't even go after B players and not even C players. You might go hire interns, people just out of the college and give them like a 6 month free internship in your company and try to motivate them, show them the vision, and maybe you can onboard them. Now, nevertheless, let's say you have some budget now and you want to start hiring. It's a chaos, guys. It's a chaos. Because, again, you cannot attract talents and A players. Why should they work for you when they know they are good? They are already working in a legit company, in an enterprise. They have a good salary. Why should they risk their life and come work for you? That's number one. All right. Now, let's assume you have some budget and you want to hire. First thing first, guys, I cannot stress that enough. Make sure you review your agreement with your employees. I mean, before we go to the agreement, you are going through the interviews, right? Now, look, this is kind of like a dark thing. It's kind of like guessing. It's kind of like you meet someone outside and you wanna, you like that person and you wanna date her and you wanna, start the relation and all that. It's kind of like guessing. So you see the person, you see the girl, she's beautiful, she's classy, she knows how to talk, she looks smart and all that. All right? You start hanging out with her. So you just start to dig in to find out who she is, if she's the right person for you or not. Cause you just met the person outside, maybe in a cafe or maybe in a party or maybe outside, maybe in a mall or something. You went there, you talk, you change number, you text her after that, like, hey, you wanna go grab dinner, you go on a date with her, but you don't know her past. You don't know if she's a psychopath or not. You don't know if she's a good person or not. You don't know if she's gonna screw you up or not. You don't know if she's gonna, sleep with your friends behind your back or not. So you kind of start just, give it some time, dating each other, try to find out like if she's a good person or not, try to meet her family, her friends, see what kind of people she hang out with, her education and all that. And you're gonna give her time and time and time, and eventually you're gonna be like, no, that wasn't the right person for me. Or, you know, we ended up marrying and a successful and happy marriage, and we have kids and all that. Now, similar to hiring, but with lots of differences. Now, with hiring, you don't have that kind of time to, hey, you know what? Come to my company, do the interview. We're gonna give it like a 6 months to 12 months trial. We see if you like you see if you like us, and then we're gonna put you on payroll and stuff like that. That's not how it works. On the other side, the employee looking, to get hired because he needs the money, he needs the salary, gotta pay bills and stuff like that. On your end, you need someone to onboard as soon as possible. You're motivated, it's day one, you want to hire, and you need people to help you to thrive. So you don't have that much time to allocate. Now, you go through the interview, which is kind of like a guessing thing. I mean, forget about references and, hey, call this number, my previous employer, and ask if I was a good. How do you know? I mean, maybe you call someone and maybe his cousin picks up the phone and act as his ex-employer and he's gonna give you some good references. So forget about that. Or how about if the person is actually really good person, really good employee, hard work, and just for some unknown reason his previous employer doesn't like him or he's a psychopath or something, and he lost him, and he's gonna just give you some crap like no, he's not good. Like, no, this guy is selfish and stuff like that. He doesn't care for the company. He only cares for himself. Stuff like that. So personally, I never went through like gathering feedback or who shall I call, like give me some numbers, going through your experiences and stuff like that. So You go through the interview, you try to, you look at their CVs, you see their past experiences. If there are any, depending on which role you're hiring, if it's a devs, you're gonna give them some assignments. If you're hiring for sales, you wanna see if they know how to talk. You wanna see their past experiences. You wanna see if they fit. Now, anything beyond that is kind of like guessing. So when you hire, you're guessing. You're like 99.99% you're guessing. You see the person, looks good, looks smart, knows how to talk. After that, you kind of like cross your fingers, give them some time, see how they work. Now, with my experience, it has happened like I hired some people, they looked amazing. They look like super intelligence. They look amazing, they look good, they look senior and all that. But when they come in, they actually start showing their real face by not delivering, by not, no commitment, and lying and cheating and stealing, you name it, until you fire them, which is a big loss for the company. Because you're like, hey, I allocated all that time, all my resources, going through the interviews, rejections, and all that. And finally, I thought I picked the right person. And here we are. I have to start all that process all over again because that wasn't the right person. And I fired him. And guess what? That position is empty right now. And I need someone as soon as possible to jump in and start working. So you got to go through all that over and over and over again. That's why I say hiring is guessing, but firing is knowing. So you might be slow to hire, you might go through interviews and all that, but never be slow when it comes down to firing. Be as fast as you can. Now, one of the things that you gotta make sure when you hire someone after the interviews, when everything looks sweet, when everything looks perfect, oh, he's the right person, wow, we're gonna thrive, he's the person I need, one thing, guys, one thing, never forget, make sure you review every line and bullet points in your agreement with your employee before you hire them and bring them in your company. Because this has happened, it happened to me, and it happens to most of the companies too. So you might bring one person in. Imagine you had so many interviews, you rejected everybody, and now here is the person that you are like, boom, like got my attention, looks smart, looks fast, looks legit. So you fall into the conversation with that person, you fall in love, you are like, wow, this is the right person. As much as he's talking, inside you are like, wow, I finally found the person. This is the right person. He's gonna help me to thrive. So you forget, or maybe you will be shy to talk about some of the stuff. Let's say you will be like, hey man, this is a legit person. He's senior. He came from, he has a brilliant background. He came from big companies, and you know, he's really good. So look at his experience, right? I mean, I didn't allow myself to tell him, hey, you know what? If, by the law and our company policies, we have like during out the year, we have like 20 days if you want to take any vacation and stuff like that. But of course, in advance, you have to sign this paper, send it to me. I gotta approve it. And then you got like 5, 6 days. You gotta bring the paper from the doctor. And so you might be like, hey man, I don't even want to talk about this kind of stuff. This person looks like super hard work, right? And I don't want to waste time. I don't even want to look cheap by talking about this kind of stuff. So, by the way, that's an example, right? There might be many other topics. So you might skip some of the topics you want to talk about. But when it comes down to reality, when that person actually start working, then you will be like, damn it, why didn't I clean up things? Now, this guy, he's trying to take advantage of everything. This actually happened to me. So I hired this sales guy. We were desperate to hire a salesperson. So, and especially for the nature of our business, um, which were in hospitality, restaurant, CRM, guest relations, online reservations. So our salesperson should be connected to the industry. He should know how the restaurants are operating, nightlife, nightclubs. He should know some meds, some PR, some managers, some owners. He should be the guy who's going out, who's socialized, he's doing his own PR and networking. Because obviously, I mean, I had some really good candidates. Like I had one of the like one of the best salesperson in Greece coming to my company wants to work for me, but I didn't hire him because he had no experience in hospitality. All his past experience, he worked for the biggest company in Europe. He works for BMW, for Audi, for some of the biggest insurance company out there, selling big packages, big stuff, big prices. But if he doesn't know how the restaurants are operating, if he doesn't know about the hospitality industry, about the tourism season, about if he doesn't know a few owners or managers or DJs or PRs or meds, so he can get connected to the venues and set appointment, what should I need him for? So now I found this person who used to work in one of the biggest food delivery app in Greece. So obviously, he was really connected with the restaurants and all that. And it's a legit brand, big company. Imagine like we are doing like restaurant table reservation, and imagine like I hire someone, a salesperson, senior sales executive of DoorDash or Uber Eat, right? You're like jackpot, dude. I got this guy. He knows like half of the city. He knows all the owners and the managers. You already onboard them on DoorDash or Uber Eats, and they're already successful brands. So he has a good name and good reputation. So he's gonna reach out. He's gonna dig into his own network, and he's just gonna, sit down, go to his phone, see his contacts, and try to call them. Hey, you know what? I actually got a new position at this company. They're thriving, one of the fastest growing startups, etc., etc. So I wanna, you see, previously I brought you the delivery app. You see, like I boost your revenue. Now I wanna do table bookings for you and actually bring like people inside your restaurant to dine, and we wanna boost your revenue too. So the other side is like, absolutely, man, I trust you. Come in, let's talk, let's see what you got, and hopefully we can join. So I found that person that I was like, wow, jackpot. And actually he was really good in his work. But after a couple of months, it turns out, he had lots of HR issues. He stopped answering our calls, my calls, my other employees, team members, our account manager. He started like bailing to come to the office, for weekly meetings and reports. Every time, oh, my kid is sick. Oh, I gotta take my kid to school. Oh, I'm sorry, my ex-wife did that. Oh, I cannot come today. It's raining. I have COVID. You name it. Every time. So imagine like the first 2, 3 months being legit, signing deals. Month four, boom, he went down by coming up with excuses and not showing up. All right, we were like, he's human. We're gonna give him some time, even though we are not Google or Apple. We don't have like unlimited budget and HR department. So you go through HR and take your time. And there are other people that they would fulfill your position. We had only one sales, right? Startup, bootstrapping, all that. So month fifth, again, same thing. Oh, today is raining, I can't come. Oh, it's cold outside. Oh, my son is kid. Oh, they called me from school. My son fall down. I gotta take him to the hospital. Every time. Next month, same thing. Next month, same thing. Then he apologized. Then he promised to not do the things again. And then finally it came to the point that we are like, dude, like internally we were talking with my team. We are like, this guy, he doesn't close any deals anymore. He doesn't show up. He doesn't respond. When we need him, he doesn't answer our calls. When there's an emergency, he's not there for us. He's just getting paid. And he has also a company car, insurance, all that, which are extra payments, like mobile devices, you name it. And I'm also paying the gas. So basically, I'm like, what? I'm paying the gas for what? For your personal matters? This gas supposed to be like for business meetings. And when it comes down that we took the decision that we have to fire him, we started having all these legal issues with him. He started being like, no, I'm gonna sue you, the labor law, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna do that. No, you cannot fire me. Oh no, by the law, I have a kid. If my kid is sick, I'm like, dude, you can't just, poor kid. If I'm sure if we bring him here, he's gonna be like, hey, my dad is lying about me. You can't just say for the past 6 months, every time, oh, your kid fall off the table, your kid like, smash his face, your kid at the school like just, felt bad. I have to take him to the hospital. Oh, he's sick. Oh, blah blah blah. Oh, my ex-wife is not doesn't. You can't just like every time for the past 6 months just come in and we give you time and time and time and energies and resources and budget and all that. So even coming down to fire him, it was a pain in the ass because we had to go through the lawyers and extra expenses, and I had to pay the lawyers to deal with him and all that. And it's the same guy who looked super legit when I was hiring him. And when we wanted to talk about leave days and all that, and sick days and the law and the rules, he somehow really smartly he skipped it and he was like, no boss, you know what, I'm not that kind of guy, we don't even need to talk about this kind of thing. I know this is a startup, I'm a hard work man. What are you talking about? What sick days, what leave days? We have nothing. We don't have such a things in earlier stage of startups. I'm coming, you see my background, I'm coming from startups and big companies and enterprises. I know very well where am I stepping into. If I wanted to have a chill and relaxed job, I would never come to the startup. I was already good in my previous position in the the big famous delivery app in Greece that I talked about, which is like similar to DoorDash or Uber Eats. And then I'm like, wow, I found the right person. I mean, dude, he's the guy. It's he's having a founder mindset. So boom, and then all the problems start rising, and then the pain in the ass with firing him, and then he's threatening us that no, I'm gonna sue the company, you can't fire me. And just because I didn't show up in a weekly meeting, or I'm like, dude, it's not just a weekly meeting. For the past 4 months you are disappearing, and you're just apologizing, and we pay your salary, and next month the moment you get the money you disappear, and the same shit happen over again. So that's why I can't stress that enough. Guys, doesn't matter who is in front of you, even if it's your dad or mom or brother, sister, girlfriend, even if it's your the father of your wife, even if it's Jesus, just make sure you review the whole agreement with them before they sign them in your office in front of them. So there are no rooms for them to be like, oh, no, I didn't read it. Oh, it was a 10-page agreement and I went really quick through it. I didn't know about the policies of the companies, and now, oh no, the labor laws, so I'm gonna attack you back and stuff like that. So make sure you review every line of your agreement and be honest. Don't hide. Be honest, guys. First day, everything has to be clean and clear. Anything you want from that person, be honest. Be honest. Just don't hide. Just don't be shy. Like, hey, I was shy to talk about the leave days. I was shy to talk about the bonuses. I was shy to talk. I was like, all right, just let's give him some time. Let's let him see how he's doing. Let him sign some deals, and then we're gonna talk about the bonuses and stock options and stuff like that. Everything, make it clear from day one. Don't hide. Be honest. This is super, super, super important. Now, next thing I want to talk about, never ever take action when mentally, physically, you are not in a healthy situation. What do I mean by that? Sometimes it happens to me and so many other people. You might, it might not be your day. You might be mad from something. You might have some personal issues. You might go through a fight with your girlfriend or through a breakup. You might, there's so many problems. Now, same time, someone might send you an email which you don't like. Maybe it is threatening, maybe it's a fight, maybe it's your employee fucked up in something. So many things happen. What I learned that never ever take action when you are mad, when you are desperate, when you are sad, when you are sleepy, when you are hungry. Never take action, never reply into these kind of important things, because you will always 100% guarantee you will always fuck it up. And after that, when you go into a calm state, you're gonna regret that why did I do that. It's always like that. It's always like that. Guys, don't worry. I mean, I used to be that person. Something comes in, I have to reply immediately. Still I'm replying immediately. Because if I don't, my employees, they don't give a crap. They're like, hey, my 8 hours finished, I'm going home, it's weekend, see you on Monday. Then, my business, my product, my company, my job, my reputation will take effect. That's why I have to reply immediately. I always have to be available. There is no day off or time off for me. I always have to be available so my team can move forward and not be depending on me or pending on me. Now, sometimes maybe there is a hush message coming through from an employee or a team member, or maybe from your investor, or anything, anybody, even in your personal life. Never take action. I mean, those kind of messages, those kind of emails, those kind of texts, those kind of voice calls or voicemails, always take your time, be patient, and reply them after some hours. Never take action immediately when there is an emergency thing. Never. Never reply when the other side is already mad or angry or desperate or frustrated. Never reply because you're gonna make it worse. It's just like throwing gasoline on fire. You wanna throw water on fire. You don't wanna throw gasoline on fire. So never do that. Never do that. And don't worry, nothing's gonna happen. Your company is not gonna get shut down, and war's not gonna end, or World War III not gonna happen just because, oh my. I mean, this happened to me until I moved to America. So when I was in Greece, I had to always reply immediately, right? But when I moved to America, because I was living in Miami, and then we had 7 hours time difference with Greece. So most of the times when my employees were texting me, I was sleeping, and when I was texting them back, they were sleeping. So this helped me actually to manage and also to reply more mature. Take my time because I'm like, now it's already 3 a.m. in Greece. Everybody are sleeping. So I'm mad. What is this thing they send me or they fucked up in here? I gotta boom, boom, boom. Just go to my keyboard to stop typing. No, 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 no. You fucked it up in here, you know? And then after some hours when it passed, I'm like, oh, damn. Still is 7 a.m. in Greece, 6 a.m. They're still sleeping. Oh, I got time. Let me go back and edit my message. This was actually, no, no, that's not me. I don't want to do it. Or especially the moment you wake up, right? This happens to me always. I woke up, immediately I go to Slack. And as a CEO, you never hear the good things. You always hear the bad things. That's the CEO job. You are the last filter of the company. All the shit comes to you. They never come to you for a good thing. They never come to tell you good news. The good news goes for the employees. The bravo thing goes for the employees. The bonuses, all the good things, you have to clap, cheer them up, goes for the employees. The bad things, bad news, when shit going south, comes to the CEO. So I used to wake up immediately, go to my Slack. Now, see, all like this happened with this partnership, or we lost that client, or, we fucked up here, or we got hacked, or we lost money, you name it. And I was mad, immediately replying and all that. And after, I did my workout, I took shower, I had my breakfast, going into my happy mood, opening my laptop, start working, and I see, oh, Greece is still like, like 4 or 5 a.m. and my employees are still sleeping. They didn't start working. So then I'm like, wow, let me edit the message. Actually, I don't wanna. The previous message was really bad. I wasn't in a good state of mind when I sent it. And most of the things happen like that. That's how easily you lose reputation, you lose partnership, you lose friend, you lose relations. You make somebody, to be mad at you. You turn off people, and you lost so many good things. And then you start to make them up. Then you start like to apologize. Then you start be like, hey, sorry, what, I was actually going through, hey, what, actually my dog just passed away, and I wasn't in a good mental state. I'm sorry for the message I sent you. Hey, what, I had my day. I had a tough day. I'm sorry. Why you should do something to apologize after? Apology is not enough. You already fucked up your reputation. Now you're just basically apologizing, just what, to like, in a really smart way, you are begging the other person, hey, what, forget about what I did and give me one more chance. I'm not that person that you think. I'm actually a good person. I just had a bad day. I just had a rough day. Never, guys, never take action on important things. I'm telling you, when you are mad, sleepy, hungry, frustrated, sad, down, whatever, let them. Let them on the side. Let them on the side. Let them on your desk. Say, you know what? Hey, this is a fucked up situation. I don't want to take any action right now. I rather to chill. I rather to shut down. I rather to go sleep. I rather to work out, to sleep. Take care of myself, meet my friends, watch something on Netflix, play PlayStation, drink something, have a coffee, whatever can, make me feel better. And you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna come back to it when I'm in a good state of mind, when the things already passed, and then I'm gonna take action of it. It always happens, guys. Never, never do that again. And by the way, as a CEO, you need to be that master Yoda in your company. That's really important. As a CEO, you are not allowed to be rude, to be mad, to be angry. And trust me, it's hard. I know it's hard. We are human too. We are human too. We have feelings too. That's sometimes I say to my team, I'm like, guys, I'm a human too. I'm not Iron Man. I'm not a robot. I'm not AI. I'm not Terminator. I don't know why you guys think I'm a god or something. I have feelings too. I get hungry. I get sleepy. I'm going to bathroom. I get sad. I go through breakups and stuff like that. So I have my own personal issues, family problems, whatever, things come in that maybe you know, things happens, right? Maybe you just go through a fight with a friend or something. So, but again, you chose to be the founder and CEO. So swallow that in. As a CEO, you are not allowed. It's forbidden. You are not allowed to get mad, to get sad, to get angry, to reply bad. You have to be that master Yoda in your company, and you have to know you chose a position, a role, a work, a job that you always hear the shittiest things going on in your company and your business. You always hear the bad news. And you know what? Meanwhile, even if a fucking tsunami is happening and the volcano is like, um, coming at you and things like that. So it's your role and your responsibility to keep your company and your employees and your team happy, energetic, positive, and not to transfer the stress to them. It's your role. Your employees are always, it's kind of like, a bird, like, sitting on the, on her eggs. And no matter what, if it's raining, if it's hot, if it's cold, if it's snowing, no matter what's happening, I gotta protect my eggs because, the baby's gonna come out. It's always like that. Otherwise, don't be a CEO. Change your role. Go work in any other company. Be happy, be relaxed. Don't deal with the shit. Don't deal with the stress. Don't deal with the problems. Don't deal with all those kind of craps. And have a happy life. Enjoy your, do your 8 hours work. Have your weekends. Nobody bothers you. Go your vacations. Take your day offs. Enjoy your labor law and have a happy life. But since you decided to be a founder CEO, then you have to know I'm the last filter. I get all the dirt and the shits. Everything goes through me, and it's my job to filter the water and give a fresh, clean drinking water to my employees. It's kind of like you are the water filter, right? You gotta imagine the dirt water coming through, so you have to filter all those crap and shit, and then give the clean, fresh water to your employees to drink. So that's your main priority and your main responsibility. That you always have to be happy and energetic, even if a World War III happens and the COVID and pandemic, everything at the same time, your employees are crying and they want to leave and they want to shoot themselves. You too, behind the scenes, you want to shoot yourself more than anybody else, but it's your job to get the shit together and keep them happy and positive and do not transfer the stress to them. That's super important. Never forget about that. Now, um, when it comes down to day one, early stage startups, speed matters. Speed matters. Shit might happen, things might happen that you cannot predict. You are a small team, things are absolutely depending on one person. Earlier stage startup, let's say I had only one backend developer, I had only one iOS developer, one Android developer. I didn't have like two, three in one position. So, you know, what speed matters. You have to build, you have to execute really fast and quickly, because what's gonna happen if you're in the middle of the development and you're only one developer in that position gets sick or gets COVID and he's off for 2 weeks, then basically you are all shut down and just waiting for him to come back because you don't have any other person to fulfill the position. You don't even have the budget to bring any other person. You are absolutely depending on that person. So try to speed up when things are green, when the weather is good, when everything is sunshine, when your employees are in a good health and everything is fine. So speed up, because sooner or late weather's gonna get cloudy, it's gonna get rainy, it's gonna get snow, someone's gonna get sick, someone's gonna go through a breakup or something in their relation, someone's gonna go through something bad with their family or lose a person. That's happened actually to my one of my employees. Unfortunately, in the middle of the development, last stage of testing and all that, one of my developers, unfortunately, he lost her sister. So for almost a month, he was off, and we couldn't do anything about it. And we were just trying to cheer him up. And personally, I told him, "Hey, I don't want to see you working. You come back whenever you're ready." And I gave him any support I could. But then it got me thinking, why we didn't speed up when everything was in, you know, everything was perfect and happy, and things were not, dark and gray. Why I didn't push, why I didn't speed up, and now look, we gotta stay off for a month. We can't do much until the guy comes back. So speed really matter, and be careful to put the people in the right positions. That's super important, guys. Not everybody are for every role in every situation. Remember that. You can't just, you know, imagine in a football team, you can't just um, change the position of the goalkeeper and the striker. Let's say you put Messi into the, like, hey, you are the goalkeeper in this game, and you expect him to save every ball coming in. And then on the other hand, you put the goalkeeper instead of him being a striker, and you expect him to score. No, they are good in their position. And in and the environment is very important. The same people, the same person who is not working well for you and you are not happy and you are thinking to fire them, think about, would they do the same performance in any other company or any other position or any other environment? If yes, then fucking get rid of them immediately. If you have doubt, hey, you know what? She or he works for me like that. They don't support, they don't. But I'm imagining if they would work in my friend company or in that startup or in that, enterprise, they would support their company and team even more. So you understand the problem, it doesn't come from the employee. It comes from the environment. It comes from the position you put them in. It comes from the responsibilities you give them and the things you put on their plate. So not every time is the problem of the employee. Sometimes it's the problem of the employer. Sometimes it's the coach, not the player. Even it happens in a sport. Sometimes they fire the player, they hire someone else, but sometimes even in the worst case scenario, they just fire the coach and they keep the same players. And the same players under vision the new coach, they are doing great and they are winning every game and every competition. So we understand the problem wasn't from the player. Now in our case, we understand the problem wasn't from the employee. It was actually from the employer who created a bad environment, who did not put this employee in the right position or doing the right task and the right responsibilities that they're actually good at. And instead, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that. And at the end, you burn them out or you blow them up. So, again, guys, earlier stage startup is a chaos. No one has got that right. You will have so many bad hiring. I mean, you cannot avoid that. You will have so many people coming along the way that, they take your resources, your fund, your money, you name it. And at the end, you live with nothing and you have to do the process all over again and go through the interviews. But sharing my experience, it can help you by avoiding at least some of those pain and be in a better position. So if you know anybody that is going through the pain right now, or they're starting their own journey, or they want to start building and coming up with their own ideas, please share this episode with them because it can help them lots of time, money, nerves, and so many other things. So thank you guys for listening into this. I see you at the next one. Love you all. Bye bye. Bye bye.